Magandang buhay mga bata! Tara, samahan ninyo akong matuto kasama si
Teacher Aika, your online teacher. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell for more videos. Thank you! Revised K-12 Curriculum, English, Grade 5, Quarter 4, Lesson 2. Our topic for today is about using alliteration, assonance, and consonants to make meaning. This is Teacher Aika, your online teacher. Let's start! Learning competencies and objectives. Analyze figures of speech to derive and clarify meaning. First, identify various figures of speech, alliteration, assonance, consonants in given text. Second, explain how figures of speech contribute to the overall meaning and imagery of the literary selection. Third, provide examples of figures of speech from the text and interpret their significance in context. Day 1. Short review. Recall the following figures of speech which were taken up in Quarter 3. Identify the figure of speech evident in each line. Answer the questions that will guide you in making sense of figurative language. 1. I've told you a million times. Answer: hyperbole. Is it possible to tell someone something a million times? What does telling a million times mean? Answer: it does not mean exactly a million. It means telling something many times. 2. The world is a stage. Answer: metaphor. What does it mean when we compare the world to a stage? Answer: a stage means life. It shows how people play roles in the world. 3. The old door creaked as it opened. Answer: onomatopoeia. Do you hear the sound of the door when it creaked? Can you describe it? Answer: yes, creaked. Sounds like the noise of the door opening slowly. 4. The wind whispered through the trees. Answer: personification. Does the wind whisper? Describe the wind that whispers. Answer: the wind cannot whisper. It means the wind is soft and quiet. 5. She's as busy as a bee. Answer: simile. Are bees busy? What makes them busy? How busy is she who is like a bee? Answer: bees are very busy. She is very active and hardworking. Let's answer the following questions. A. What makes one a Filipino? Answer: being born in the Philippines and loving our country. B. Are you proud of being a Filipino? Why? Answer: yes, because Filipinos are kind, brave, and helpful. C. What are our unique traits as Filipinos? Answer: We are hospitable, respectful, and hardworking. D. If you are to write a poem about being a Filipino, what would be your title and why? Answer: Proud to be Filipino because it shows love and pride for our country. Unlocking content vocabulary. Work in small groups to do a dictionary search where you will bring your dictionaries and find meaning to the words. Examples will also be recorded in the table. Kids.wordsmith website is recommended for simplified definitions and examples. Let's answer the table. First column, words. Second column, definition. Third column, example. And fourth column, question. Alliteration. Repetition of the same sound at the beginning of words in a phrase or sentence. Example, 7 sisters slept soundly on the sand. What sound is repeated in the line? Where does the sound occur? Answer: S. S. Second, alliteration. Use of the same vowel sounds in the accented syllables but with different consonants. Example, deep and feet. Example, she seems to beam rays of sunshine with her eyes of green. Question, what are the words with similar vowel sounds? Answer, seems, beam, and green. Third, consonants. Some consonant sound appears repeatedly in a line or sentence. Example, the locked door was dark and thick. What are the words with similar consonant sounds? Answer, locked, dark, thick. Day 2. What do sound patterns like alliteration, assonance, consonants do when they are present in the lines of poem? Answer, they make the poem sound nice, easy to read, and more interesting to listen to and remember. Rainbow Philippines by Rocky James G. Sarasua. The smell of yellow ilang-ilang yields youthful yearning, while the yellow sun sunk slowly into the sea. The golden rice fields stretched endlessly to the horizon. Filipino smiles are yellow sunshine on a rainy day. In the churches, markets, stores, some vendors sell yellow chick chirping cheerfully in a woven cage. Under a mango tree dancing in the breeze, beckoning us to taste its sweet produce. The Filipino life shines like a bright yellow sunray in the sky. Orange orchids ornamented the old acacia tree. At dawn, orange moon seems to rise over the ocean. Sunsets in the seas seem to wink at Filipinos' beaming warmth. Comprehension questions. 1. Are you familiar with the smell of yellow ilang-ilang? What feeling does the smell of flowers bring? Answer: yes, the smell of flowers makes me feel happy, calm, and relaxed. 2. Why are Filipino smiles compared to yellow sunshine in a rainy day? Is there anything special about Filipino smiles? What does that say about Filipinos? Answer: Filipino smiles are like sunshine because they bring hope and happiness even in hard times. Filipinos are friendly and cheerful. 3. Yellow chicks and mangoes were mentioned in the poem. What kind of setting do they describe? Answer. They show simple, everyday life in the Philippines with nature, small vendors, and traditional surroundings, creating a cheerful, warm, and lively atmosphere. 4. Orange is the color of orchids and moon in the poem. What meaning do we associate with the color orange? Why do you think the poet used orange to describe the orchids and the moon? Answer. Orange means warmth, joy, and energy. The poet used it to show beauty and warmth in nature. 5. How does the poem describe the warmth of the Filipino people? Answer. The poem shows Filipinos as warm, kind, and full of joy, like the sun that gives light and comfort. Analyzing figures of speech, alliteration, assonance, and consonants. Copy lines from the poem that shows alliteration, assonance, and consonants. You can work in pairs to complete the table below. First, alliteration. Repetition of the same sound at the beginning of words in a phrase or sentence. The smell of yellow ilang-ilang yields youthful yearning, while the yellow sun sank slowly into the sea. Filipino smiles are yellow sunshine on a rainy day. In the churches, markets, stores, some vendors sell yellow chick chirping cheerfully in a woven cage. Orange orchids ornamented the old acacia tree. At dawn, orange moon seems to rise over the ocean. Second, assonance. Use of the same vowel sounds in the accented syllables but with different consonants. Example, deep and feet. The golden rice fields stretched endlessly to the horizon. Under a mango tree, dancing in the breeze, beckoning us to taste its sweet produce. Sunsets in the seas seem to wink at Filipinos' beaming warmth. Third, consonants. Same consonant sound appears repeatedly in a line or sentence. The Filipino life shines like a bright yellow sunray in the sky. Day 3. Lesson activity, Poetry Writing Challenge. You will have set of words that have sound patterns, alliteration, assonance, or consonants. Come with 2 stanza poem with 4 lines using the words. The theme of the poem is the Department of Tourism slogan, Love the Philippines. Also, come up with your own title to your stanza. Words Set 1. Songs, scenery, celebrate, serenade. Words Set 2. Place, spice, taste, and ties. Words Set 3. Try, thrill, travel, spark. Words Set 4. Space, village, amaze, praise. Title, Love the Philippines. Stanza 1, Song serenade the scenery so bright. We celebrate places full of delight. The taste and spice entice us to stay. A land we love more every day. Stanza 2, Try to travel, feel the thrill and spark. Each village and space leaves a mark. Amazing sights we praise with ease. Love the Philippines, memories that please. Day 4. Lesson activity. Present your poems creatively by preparing a decorative poster with your drawings and poem. You can use bond paper and coloring materials for this task. Your outputs will be displayed in the classroom walls. You can do gallery walk and vote for the best poem. Learners' takeaways. Summarize the most important or most interesting thing you learned in the lesson by coming up with one sentence that applies alliteration, assonance, or consonants. Answer: I learned that poems become more fun and flowing when writers use sweet sounds that sparkle and stay in our minds. Reflection on learning. A. Which activity in the lesson did you like most? Why? Answer: I like the poetry writing activity most because I enjoyed using words with sounds and being creative. B. Which activity in the lesson was difficult for you? Why? Answer: the hardest activity was finding the right words with sound patterns because it was a bit challenging to match them. Formative assessment, Part 1, alliteration, assonance, or consonants. Identify which figure of speech is present in the given lines. When answering, you can highlight the sound patterns. 1. The golden rice fields stretched endlessly to the horizon. Answer: consonants. 2. Her beautiful blue eyes shine bright. Answer: alliteration. 3. The wedding bells sounded the couple's happiness. Answer: assonance. 4. The grass grows greener in her garden. Answer: alliteration. 5. He insists he sees the ghost in the post. Answer: consonants. Part 2. Choose 5 poems written by your classmates in the classroom activity. Your teacher will ask questions that will guide you in interpreting the images in the poem. Identify the sound patterns present in the lines, alliteration, consonants, or assonance. Maraming salamat sa panonood! Huwag kalimutang i-like at mag-subscribe para sa higit pang educational content. I-click ang bell icon para ma-update ka sa ating mga bagong video. Salamat!